afternoon, this is HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jared Horak with your video feature race of the week. This week's feature race for Sunday, December 26th is going to be the 8th race from Santa Anita Park, the Grade 1 Malibu Stakes. 3-year-olds, they're going to be traveling 7 furlongs on that new dirt course. We have an 11-horse field. This is how the pace scenario breaks down. I'm expecting a couple horses to show some early speed in here. Your Del Mar Derby winner, Twirling Candy, and your Breeders' Cup Sprint show finisher, Smiling Tiger. We have 6 horses likely to show tactical speed. Alcindor for trainer Bob Baffert, 2 for 2 at Hollywood Park. That makes his 3rd lifetime start. This is a tough spot. It's probably a future star. This Sky Has No Limit for trainer Steve Asmussen. He won the Smarty Jones Stakes at Philadelphia Park on September 6th. Cara Cortado, he won the Grade 2 Robert Lewis on synthetic ground February 13th, and he has won on dirt, turf, and synthetic. Noble's Promise, that was a big return win at Churchill Downs on November 5th. Then we have Don Tito, who was 3rd to Noble's Promise last time at Churchill. And then rounding out our stalkers, our Minesweeper, breaking from post 10, was 6th in the Nashville Stakes. 3 horses like to do their best running in the late going. Paris Vegas, breaking from the inside post, was 2nd in the Nashville Stakes. We have Setsuko making his first start in 8 months, and he is also eligible for a non-winners 1 allowance event. And then Thomas Baines, who finished 3rd in the Nashville Stakes. This is a very competitive event, and I think there's at least 7 horses that can win this race. When you also take into effect that we've had over 8 inches of rain in the Los Angeles area since last Sunday, and this is a new dirt track at Santa Anita. This is opening day. Don't know how this track's going to play. With all that in mind, definitely want to look for value. This Sky Has No Limit for trainer Steve Asmussen. It's going to be my top choice. Now, he did win that Smarty Jones Stakes at Philly. Then right after that race, he finished 2nd to Looking at Lucky. Well, that was in the Indiana Derby. That was on a wet track, so we know he can handle some moisture in the track. He was clearly 2nd best that day. Actually had the lead, and then Looking at Lucky ran him down. And then last time he ran in the Breeders' Cup Mile, the dirt mile, in that race. He didn't run too bad, finished in mid-pack. So now he's been rested, and he's going to run on dirt. As I said, all of his races have been on dirt, so I like the fact that he can handle a conventional dirt. Also, he can handle some moisture in the track. He has 3 starts on a wet track with a win in 2 seconds. And he's probably going to sit in mid-pack under Garrett Gomez. I would expect him to sit maybe 6th, sitting maybe about 5 or 6 lengths off the lead, trying to make his winning move around the turn. He's going to offer good value, and I'll definitely make him my top choice in here. My second choice is going to be Noble's Promise. That was a nice return win at Churchill. He had run in the Kentucky Derby. I thought he ran one of the better races in defeat in the Kentucky Derby. That was on a wet track that day. The pace was very quick. He was sitting right off that pace. He jumped up and took the lead when the front runners faded. Just couldn't get the 1.25 mile distance. He ended up finishing 5th. That was a nice solid effort. And they took him to Europe to run in a grass race. He ended up not running too bad in that race either. If you look at his past performances, all of his best races have been at 1.16 miles or shorter. I think the 7 furlong distance is perfect for him. He's going to set a good tactical trip, and he'll have every chance to win turning for home. And my third choice is going to be Don Tito. And that was a good effort behind Noble's Promise last time out. He had won 3 races in a row prior to that. This is trainer John Sadler. John Sadler has 2 horses in here. He has Don Tito and Twirling Candy. Don Tito is going to offer more value than Twirling Candy. And Pat Valenzuela gets aboard. He's got good tactical speed. He's going to set a good trip as well. It's just a question of, is he good enough? His numbers are competitive. He's earned triple-digit speed ratings in 2 of his wins. In one of his wins and last time. So I would expect that he's going to be a solid contender. It's just a question of, does he want to go 7 furlongs against this kind of company? He'll probably have double-digit odds. I expect he'll be over 10 to 1. Good enough for me. This is how I suggest playing this race. I'm going to make a $20 win bet on This Sky Has No Limit. And we're going to come back and we're going to play a $10 exacta. We're going to put This Sky Has No Limit on top of Noble's Promise and Don Tito. And then we're going to come back and play a $5 exacta, Noble's Promise and Don Tito on top of This Sky Has No Limit. And that'll wrap up the video race of the week this week. For HorseRacingNation.com handicapper Jared Horak. Until next week, good luck at the races.